Afternoon baseball now from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in New York. Time for Game 2 of the regular season between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Mets. Stay tuned for Mets baseball coming up next. Steven Matz gets the starting nod for the Mets. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220 pounds. Throws from the left side, smooth gas, 93 to 95. Terrific overhand curveball, and his changeup is getting better all the time. Steven Matz is quality.
Stepping in, Dexter Fowler. He will lead this one off today. Now the 1-1 pitch. Pitch popped up. Gonzalez has a play. He's got it one away.
Batting second, center fielder number 28, Tommy Pham.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Tommy Pham. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Bases are empty, one man out. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Matz, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And he fouls this one off. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Curveball that time, not even close. Marcell Ozuna would be next. 3-2 pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The next 3-2. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Cardinals 0. Mets coming to bat. It's a rematch of the 2006 NLCS, and it's on the show. Luke Weaver, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Coming to the plate now, Juan Lagares. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Hard hit ball. Caught down there at third. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
Batting second, left fielder, Yoenis.
Coming to the plate now, Yoenis Cespedes. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Batting third, right fielder, Jay Bruce.
Here's Jay Bruce now. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Cespedes stands at first with 1 out. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Todd Frazier.
Next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Todd Frazier, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First and second now, one man out. And there's ball two now.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. High in the air down the right field line. Fowler has a read on it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with two men gone.
Third baseman, Adrian.
Next up from New York, Adrian Gonzalez. And their runners at the corners now. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to center. Pham is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Two left for the Mets. We are still scoreless. And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Marcell Ozuna, will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Standing in now, Yadier Molina. Sinker misses, ball 4.
Batting sixth, shortstop, Paul.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Into the box now, Jed Jerko. 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away. Colton Wong will stand in. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike. Molina at second. Jerko on at first with 2 down. Working for the punch out and the offering. Left side, but well fouled. Payoff pitch one more time. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Another full count pitch on its way. swing and a ground ball to third. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And that's the first out.
Batting 7, catcher, Travis.
Next for the Mets, Travis d'Arnaud. Hard on the ground towards short. DeYoung gathers it in time to first, and there are two away.
Batting 8, the shortstop, Ahmed.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. We'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. The 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back to daytime baseball on the show from Citi Field. Thanks for joining us. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Luke Weaver, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now that's popped up. And the underhanded throw gets him for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. He popped out in his first trip. Cardinals have been held out of the hit column here. And that misses 2-2. Outside and a full count, 3-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Ready for another chance? Tommy Pham. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. On the ground to the right side. Gonzalez is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Steven Matz, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Stepping in now, Juan Lagares. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Well, New York Mets fandom has really been taken to another level by that group decked out in orange in right center field. They got their name from the 7-line subway train that's, oh, hold on here, well hit into deep left center, and I don't think this one's coming back. No siree, this one is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way. And there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers' pitches, and you don't get that, and it puts you in a bad spot. And you can tell that it affected him. He was fuming, and he really wanted that last pitch. And the result, he lost focus and made another bad pitch.
And now, Yoenis Cespedes. Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. Gone! Back-to-back homers. Solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. First home run of the campaign for him, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jay Bruce. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And yeesh, not the kind of swing you're looking for at 3-1 as it runs to a full count now, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Digging in to try it again, Todd Frazier. He flew out in his last at-bat. One and two, here it comes. This one's down to third. Jerko showing off his range. One there. On to Carpenter. It's a double play, and that ends the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian as the TCU product. The left-handed hitting Matt Carpenter is the first to bat in the inning. To 2-2 now.
2-2 to count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. 2-2 the count. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Sinker, 3-2 now. Waiting on deck, there's Yadi Molina. The 3-2 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Another full count pitch home. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Swinging a soft liner, and that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head for a knock.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. 3 balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop. The 3-1 pitch. Finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Lagares is under it. And the inning is over. Cards lead 1. They're down 2-0. Here's Adrian now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Hard hit ball to second. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Well, there's a case, not that bad of a pitch, 0-2, D-Roll, but something he'd like to get down and bury in the strike zone, no doubt about it.
Yeah, ground ball with eyes right there. Nice job by the offensive player, just to battle. 0-2's a tough spot to be in. He battled.
Into the box now as Dribble Cabrera. Swung on but fouled off to the left. Gonzalez gets his lead at first, nobody out. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit.
When in doubt, take a step off the mound, grab the rosin bag, and take a deep breath. After a leadoff single, now you almost drilled the guy with the next pitch. You have to find a way to rely on your mechanics.
Line drive to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Standing in now, Travis d'Arnaud. Line to the right side. That's in there, base hit.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Roll, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him, 1-2.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Tight spot, bases loaded, nobody out. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And a relay home. A tag, and he's out at the plate. A double play. Riding in once again, Steven Matz. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Popped up. In there, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Number 12.
Boy, you're talking about frustrating as a pitcher. You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here. Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
Again, a 1-2. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Mets leave them loaded. They're up 2-0. Here's Jed Jerko now. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Second baseman, number 16.
A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Standing in, Colton Wong. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on.
That was a nasty pitcher's pitch right there. Most guys strike out on that one. He was able to scramble at a little bit and give him another chance. And hopefully this pitcher misses over the heart of the plate.
Counts even at 2-2 to Wong. The 2-2 is a ball down and away. Now the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Rosario brings it in. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mets have decided to challenge.
All right, so here's one final look at it. Now remember, there has to be indisputable video evidence in order to overturn the call. He was called safe and probably could go either way, but I don't think there's enough right here to change the call.
And we'll get our answer here, as it appears the umpires have made their decision and the headset comes off. And the runner is safe at first as originally called, so they will lose the ability to challenge for the remainder of the game. Stepping in now, Luke Weaver got it back in time there, and it's 2-1.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number 1 in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
Now a bunt attempt here. Wong, base runner at first with 1 out. Now a bunt attempt here. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Into the box, Dexter Fowler. Ouch, that comebacker appeared to get him in the arm.
Center fielder number 28, Tommy Pham.
Digging in once again, Tommy Pham, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Ready with 2 balls and a strike. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Cards strand a couple. They trail things here 2-0. Digging in and looking for more, Yoenis Cespedes, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Hard hit ball to second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. The throw into second. And he'll make it back to first as the throw won't get him.
They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, Hero.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
Ready for another shot now, Jay Bruce. It was a walk in his last trip. A little low, it's 2-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Another try at 2-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
So a runner on first with 1 out now. And standing in, a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Line toward the alley and left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Cespedes ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. And he's safe at the plate as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI 2-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
In now, Adrian Gonzalez. Line to the right side. Fowler back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Ready once again, Asdrubal Cabrera. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Here's Matt Carpenter. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
The 3-2 pitch. Popped foul, and it looks like that's going to make it into the VIP seats. A payoff pitch one more time. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Into the box now, Marcell Ozuna. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a high pop-up. Matz is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 4, catcher.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, D'Lo, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Oh, tough pitch. Things just not going his way on the mound right now. 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Cespedes going back, and that one is gone. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Here's Jed Jerko now, and the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
And that's on the outside corner, 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 26, Bud Norris.
Ready for another shot now, Travis d'Arnaud. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
And that one just missed outside.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
High in the air down the right field line. Fowler is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, number 1.
Ready for another chance? Ahmed Rosario. He was a double play victim last time around. 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. 3-2s are scored here in inning number 6. Hard hit at third. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Ahmed Rosario has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Wilmer Flores will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 4, Wilmer Flores.
Runner goes for second. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ozuna is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Juan Lagares striding again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Rosario is off at first with 2 away. Rosario makes a move from first. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Sherry Levin.
Ready once again, Colton Wong. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Popped straight up. Blevins will do this himself, and that's the first out.
The pitcher, number 26, Bud.
Jose Martinez will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 38, Jose Martinez.
Push softly over toward the right side, and this will be put away easily for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Dexter Fowler. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Center fielder number 28, Tommy
Stepping
Pham.
in and ready for another shot, Tommy Pham. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-2. This is flared out towards second. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're down 3-2. Dominic Leone is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season.
Dominic Leone.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Juan Lagares. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. Three-two pitch. Grounded back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning.
The left fielder number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes. Leone playing here in his age 26 season. This is his first year at the big league level. The 1-2 is blasted out to left center. This one's deep and not coming back. Gone! It's a 2-run shot here for Yoenis Cespedes. His second of the game, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these 2 clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby here. A ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident.
To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home run. A solo shot there for Jay Bruce. First home run of the campaign for him as they open it up to 6-2 now. Digging in and looking for more, Todd Frazier is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 3 runs already home here. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Got to believe the manager didn't have this in mind when he went to the bullpen. This reliever's got to step up right here. It's starting to tickle a little bit after getting hit around early.
Fly ball out to right field. Fowler has a read on it. 1 away.
The first baseman, number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
Striding in once again, Adrian Gonzalez. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. The 1-2. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Now a swing from Adrian, and this is on the ground out to second. Throw right there, and that takes care of Gonzalez. 2 gone now.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Next up from New York, Asdrubal Cabrera. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 8th inning coming up. Mets out in front, 6-2. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Matt Carpenter. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he barely gets to the bag in time, and a close play for out number 1.
Number 23, Marcell Ozuna.
Digging in once again, Marcell Ozuna. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Hansel Robles is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Now a hard liner, but this is a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Digging in to try it again, Yadier Molina. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Matt Bowman is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 67, Matt Bowman.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the 1st out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Jose Reyes will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 outs and the base is empty. To 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Try again, 1-2. Splitter, 2-2. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Ready with another 2-2. Here's a pop-up now. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They lead it 6-2. Jerry Familia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Jerry Familia.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Paul DeYoung. And he's coming off a 2-run homer his last time around.
Rarely do you see a closer come in when you have a comfortable lead like this one here. We'll see if he's able to keep his concentration. A lot of times, closers have a difficult time when they have that lead of 3 or more runs. Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
Standing in now, Jed Jerko, and he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Second baseman number 16, Colton.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
2 balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1 pitch is a sinker that misses for a ball.
Well, tying run on deck. He should get something really good to hit right here in a 3-1 count. I'd be sitting on a fastball middle in.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Very weakly on the ground. Payoff pitch one more time. Lifted down the line in left. Here comes Cespedes. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get one, if not both of them, home. And this will find its way to the 335 sign. The runner scores from second, and they inch a little bit closer. It's now a 6-3 contest.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Greg Garcia come on to pinch hit here, and if they don't walk him, he'll have a great RBI opportunity with runners at second and third and nobody out. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball, 1-2 now.
Not too often Jerry's Familia finds himself in a tough spot like this, but I wouldn't bet against him. He has the kind of stuff that he can get out of this mess.
And this will be fouled away. Jerko, the runner at third. Wong is at second with nobody out. Here's another 1-2. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
3-2 full count. And the payoff pitch. This is lined into left field, and he delivers a big base hit. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate, but not in time as the run scores, and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Nothing fires me up more than watching a hitter take what a pitcher gives him. Pitches away, batter's able to keep his hands inside, not try and do too much, and just force me to sink.
Anthony Swarzak is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. The 1-1 home, and he pops up the bunt attempt. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch coming to Fowler. Hit down the third baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tommy
The
Pham.
next to bat for St. Louis, Tommy Pham. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
And he is in there.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Matt Carpenter, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Yes, he can. A swing and a miss, and that's a big out, number 1.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Stepping in now, Marcell Ozuna. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive play.
Oh, and Cabrera bobbles it. In to score from third is the tying run. It's a 6-6 ball game.
You know, D-Row, there are some guys that shy away from hitting when it really counts. Top of the 9th, and this guy comes through to tie this thing up.
Yeah, he was able to slow the moment down right there. Get this back to square. There's still a bottom of the 9th looming. Let's see if they can tack on a few more.
4 runs here in this half inning. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul.
It is absolutely amazing how this game has just changed on a dime right here.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd as now their 9th inning lead has evaporated. A tie game headed to the last of the 9th. The Mets looking to celebrate in Queens. Sam Tuivalala comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Sam Tuivalala.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Yoenis Cespedes will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his 2nd home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. Skied into straightaway right. Fowler has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Next for the Mets, Jay Bruce. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. Line toward the gap in left center. Ozuna is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are all even at 6 apiece. Here's Jed Jerko now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
It jumps off the page at me. He's found that power chord. Hit some huge homers for the Cards.
And a fastball just a bit high.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Lifted into center field. Rosario is there for it. 1 away.
Second baseman number 16, Colton Wong.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. The 1-1. Here's a foul ball left side, and that'll move it to 1-2. Softly hit out to short. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
The pitcher number 64.
Harrison Bader will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 48.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. Popped him up. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. Oh, and this drops in the infield. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Down in order go the Cardinals. Score remains tied 6 apiece. Brett Cecil comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning.
Brett Cecil.
Here's Todd Frazier now. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The 1-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. Stepping in, Adrian Gonzalez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
The batter, number 13.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. On, he pops it up. Coming on is Fowler. He can't get there as it falls in. Thought about going for second, but instead, now they've got him in a pickle. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag there, and the inning is over. Here's Dexter Fowler now. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. And Fowler swings and misses as he's retired for round number 1. Ready for another chance? Tommy Pham. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance. Hit in the air down the right field line. Bruce on the run, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Bruce. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He went down on strikes last time up. 2 out, nobody on. And he strikes out again. And that's the 5th time he's punched out today. This has certainly not been his game. So they go down without a whimper here. It's getting late. 1 run can win it as we move to the bottom of the 11th. And we are all even at 6 apiece. Riding in once again, Travis d'Arnaud. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. The 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Got him swinging in the dirt. Molina has it. And the throw is there to record the first out. Digging in to try it again, Ahmed Rosario. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. A drive to left. Get out of here, get out of here. Gone, they win it. Santa Maria. A solo shot here to left. And none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get to extra innings, you're looking to piece together a rally or scratch any runs you can across the plate. But he says, hey, to heck with that. I'm going to do it with one swing of the bat. So a walk-off home run ends this thing in extras. That was fun.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one. Really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
This afternoon's closes at a one-run game, 7-6 today. New York used a three-run seventh to help propel them to the win. Anthony Swarzak claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious New York Mets. 7 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. For St. Louis, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. The winning pitcher is Anthony Swarzak. His record is now 1-0. The loss goes to Brett Cecil. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 44 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 45,000. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.